Hi and welcome to Car Mechanical, and today I'm going to show you how on an older TDI you can get a big power increase for just £1, and stick around till later on because I'm going to dyno it and prove it as well. So we're going to go under the bonnet of the car. This is my 1999 Audi A3. It's an AHF TDI and I'm showing you the diesel pump wiring harness here. Now the modification itself is spliced into pins 2 and 3, and what I'm just going to do here is I'm going to hook the mod itself up to a multimeter because I'm just going to play around with the resistance to show you how the mod works. And you can see the mod's actually duct taped there in the background. We'll come back to that in a second. But it's hooked up to a potentiometer and I'm just going to dial it down to about 650 or so. And this is a nice thing with the mod. The way I've done it is I can adjust the power or I can turn it off altogether. Now we'll go into a bit more detail with this in a second. I just wanted to show it's on this quick connect as well. So when I designed it, I wanted it to be able to be taken off for various reasons like better fuel economy. So actually showing where I've got the mod itself set up. Initially I had it duct tape in, but I 3D printed the enclosure and I've mounted that to where the engine cover would normally be. And you can just see it's sort of all nice and neat there, but it just gives it a solid mounting point, which is better than tape. Now to look at the mod itself in detail, so we're going to do this on my desk, and this is using a 1K potentiometer. This mod can actually be done with just a resistor, but I like the potentiometer to adjust things. Now I'm going to very quickly cover a potentiometer and how it works. You basically have 3 poles on it, and for the sake of this you're connecting 2 of those poles to the wires. It doesn't matter which order, you're connecting 2 of the poles to the wires to increase the resistance, and then one of the poles needs to be connected to the pole in the middle. Now depending on which way you connect that will depend on when you turn a potentiometer if you're increasing or decreasing the resistance. Now you don't have to do it any one way, it's normally personal preference, but all I'm going to show you here is that I've got it set up so when you turn it clockwise that the potentiometer resistance goes up, and when you turn it anti-clockwise it goes down. However, I'm just going to swap things over quickly and I'll show you it can go the other way if you want to. Now there are much better videos out there to show you how potentiometers work, but because the whole mod's based on this, I wanted to cover it off quickly. And just to give a bit of a technical explanation of how the mod works, what it does is it tricks the ECU into thinking the reference injected quantity is lower than it actually should be, so it increases the amount of diesel that is putting into the engine. Now I actually keep my EVRY mod set at about 650 ohms at a minimum, but I actually want to show you what happens if you take it down too far. The engine will play up and it will cut out, or if you go somewhere in between good and bad, it's just not going to run very well. Partly why I keep the quick connect on there, because if anything ever goes wrong I can take it off. But let's jump across to the dyno run. Now I took it to these guys in Leicester and they did 3 dyno runs for me. So there was 2 normal pulls, and the normal pulls as such were with the EVRY mod on because I keep it on most of the time, and then there was one non-modified run. So the first 2 runs you're going to see are going to be the modified EVRY runs. So you can see the first one just then, and we're going to do the second one now. So you're just going to hear that running out. And then we're going to jump back across and we'll do the normal run. And what you notice on these runs, you actually, well I can hear it because I know the car, but you hear it pulling much harder and you hear it revving more freely in the top end. So we're going to go back across to this lower pull now, and just keep an eye if you can see the dyno operator. He shakes his head, and as he gets out of it he says, whatever you've done to this, stop it and put it back to how it was in the first run. It's miles better. So he does these couple of tests, and what I can show you after is I can show you the actual output we get from these. So if we actually have a look at the output, we make an extra 21 brake horsepower at the crank of the engine and an extra 37 foot-pound of torque. That's from a £1 modification. And when you look at the graph as well, it's just the amount it does underneath the curve. The mid-range is so greatly improved. And the worst thing, I think I actually had the pot set at the wrong setting when I went here. So I'm just going to show you this quick in-gear test. And with the mod on, it's actually 2 seconds quicker from 20 to 50. So without the mod it takes 6 seconds, and with the mod it takes 4 seconds. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's actually one of the favourite videos I've made, and the process of making everything's been great because for £1 you can absolutely transform the performance of your car if you happen to have one with these engines. So if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with anyone you think would enjoy it. It helps the channel a lot. If you'd like the video, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this that I've got coming out. And more than anything guys, thank you for watching.